experiences in solving these matters. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Aggarwala.
Thank you, Justice Vijay. May I request Justice Vijay to please stay for a moment, because we are into a very important ceremony. So they are written by Mr. Mahinder Singh Malik, the Director General of Haryana Police, an eminent IPS officer in Haryana Police Cadre, and he has written this book. So this book is to be presented today. May I request Mr. Malik to please come forward and present this book to the Honourable Minister, Mr. David Lamy from United Kingdom, and to our Honourable Minister, Shri S. Venkatapati, the Minister of Law and Justice, Indian Government. I've read few pages of this book at the house of Mr. Adish Aggarwala. It's a wonderful book. We have an IPS officer in Delhi also, Mr. Tejendra Luthra. He is a poet. So, another police officer, Mr. Deepak Mishra, he is the director of films. So, police officers are also taking interest in other activities. That's very great. It's enforcement of law. May I request Shri Gautam Banerjee, the partner in Morgan and Walker, to please say a few words. His experiences being a lawyer from India practicing in England, London, please.
Honourable David Lamy, Minister for Constitutional Affairs, United Kingdom. Honourable Shri Venkatapati, Honourable Minister of State for Law and Justice of India, Dr. K.K. Aggarwala, Mr. B. Datta, distinguished members of both the legal fraternities of India and England, both of which I have the proud privilege of being a part of. It was indeed a privilege for us at Morgan Walker to have received the delegation that went there a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago, to discuss, to debate, to deliberate on the terms on which Indian lawyers would invite, accept English solicitors for practice here in India. We as Indian lawyers, in fact, we at Morgan Walker feel extremely proud and privileged of being perhaps two or three of the very few Indian lawyers duly qualified as solicitors in England who retain their right of practice in the Indian courts along with the right of practice in England. In fact, I am an Indian citizen. In fact, Honourable Justice Virendra Jain was perhaps under the impression that I was a settled, domiciled Indian or domiciled Indian British of Indian origin. I am an Indian citizen, and coming here to Delhi is more of homecoming for me, because I did spend 18 years of my life in this city. I was a student of Delhi University, and my law degree is also from Delhi University, although I do have a second master's from the London School of Economics. The Law Society and the English part has been very generous, very receptive to Indian lawyers who showed the inclination or the determination to move to the UK for right of practice, both in the bar and also for practicing as solicitors, as members of the Law Society of England and Wales. My only concern, in fact I do not wish to sound a note of pessimism, but my only concern is that there have been very positive developments in judicial reforms in the United Kingdom, particularly in the past 10 years, that perhaps we here in India have not kept up pace with. Even the concept of legal practice in the UK, much with the influence of the legal profession across the Atlantic in the States, with American firms coming into Britain to set up practices, particularly over the past decade, and the mergers between big legal giants and legal firms across the continents has changed perhaps the whole concept of legal practice globally. I mean, it's almost impossible for many of us here as a part of the profession to realize the amount of resources, for example, some of the city firms in London hold in their command. The resources stretching across several continents, with presence in several countries. There are law firms who have offices occupying 25 stories of their own building right in the heart of London, operating in 70, 80, close to 100 countries globally. These are concepts that we are still not aware of as a part of the fraternity over here. My only concern is there's a lot of talent. There certainly is a lot of talent. There's a lot of determination on the part of many Indian lawyers to take that risk, to venture into UK, to start practice. But then it has to be a level playing ground. My only concern is the playing ground is still not level. At the same time, I remain very strongly of the view that we should not shut ourselves up anymore. We have to be aware of the emerging realities around us. We have to be receptive to competition, and in the process, we have to seize the opportunities for change, reform. With these few words, I hope I set you thinking as to what the relationship should be. I certainly will be happy to see English law firms coming into India in the foreseeable future, but I will be equally happy to see Indian lawyers qualifying as English solicitors coming back to India to strengthen legal practice in this country. We started with a very, very humble beginning with a single room in Mayfair. We expanded to occupy 2 floors in New Bond Street. We are looking forward to move into our new building, very, very close to the Law Society and very, very close to the Royal Courts of Justice in the foreseeable future, perhaps in the next 3 months. We extend an open invitation to any Indian lawyers on a visit to London to come and make use of our humble facilities. Be assured that you have a friend with us to take the stride with you, as we have done, to succeed with professionalism, with integrity and with confidence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. We request now Ms. B. Datta, the first additional solicitor.
Minister of Constitutional Affairs, Honorable Minister of Law and Justice, Mr. Adish, Chairman, General, very popular and able President of the High Court Bar Association, Mr. Jonathan Singh, other dignitaries of the lawyers, my valued colleagues in the bar, and members of the judiciary, ladies and gentlemen. I, for one, hold different views. The topic for discussion today is strengthening Indo-British legal ties. We have historical, cultural, and legal ties for centuries between India and the United Kingdom. In fact, our system, legal system, court hierarchy system, is founded on the common law. And I would say now, we both share a Commonwealth common law system. The Britishers, when they were there, organized our affairs, both political as also administrative, gave us written laws. We don't have a written Contract Act, written Negotiable Instruments Act, written CPC, Codified Criminal Procedure Code, and Evidence Act and all other laws were written. So much so, the Government of India Act 1990, followed by the Government of India Act 1935, to govern our country, we gave ourselves in 1950 the Constitution of India. We are a nation governed by law and our Constitution. Over more than 50 years, much water has flowed. Legal system has developed. We are one of the best judiciaries in the world. Our legal precedents by the Supreme Court and other high courts have put it with approval, and with humility and respect, with the result that we are now talking at this stage in the 21st century, strengthening of legal ties is really speaking, we have only legal ties. Strengthening of legal ties is mutual exchange of lawyers on a reciprocal basis. We have a discipline bar under the Indian Advocates Act, State Bar Councils, Bar Council of India. We have a code of conduct. People saying so, that the British lawyers are not interested in practicing in Indian courts. We're practicing law. We're professionals. We're not traders. It is true that the market economy and economy is opening up, and like GATS and WTO, British now seeks the opening up of the legal services markets in India. But we will welcome them as the lawyers, as professionals, as coming to our discipline, likewise we do to their discipline. Just now Mr. Banerjee said quite very encouraging things. He belongs to India, and he has roots here, studied law here, and equipped himself and has progressed a great deal in Britain. We all welcome the law firms to come here and practice and teach our lawyers equally, because the system is, we are now a nation of 1 billion, and our law courts, Supreme Court down, we have inadequacy of our system. I mean, there are more problems, more cases than judges. Our equipment are not there. We can benefit on exchange of technological and other data and sharing your knowledge. Probably, it should not be made look that Britain or others see to be